Hello, this is David de Hilster. I'm a critical thinker, science dissident, and I'm here to tell you the truth about science. Something your university professor won't tell you, the mass media won't tell you, and of course, the science evangelists certainly won't tell you. Today I'm going to be talking about something that it took me many years to figure out, because I got this question a lot, and it has to do with fame. Fame is something that, believe it or not, the scientists actually worry a lot about. I'll give an example what happened. Here's the question I got. Oh, you're making a documentary. Yeah, I'm making a documentary. Yeah. Well, what's it about? Oh, Einstein's wrong. Oh, if Einstein's wrong, he's wrong? I didn't know that. Why isn't it all over the news? If Einstein's wrong, here comes the question that's the kicker. It took me years to figure out an answer to. Oh, if Einstein's wrong, then who's right? Now, in the beginning, I thought, oh gosh, I got to name somebody. Maybe my mentor, Karazani, maybe one of the other scientists I know. And I was on the wrong, I wasn't answering the question correctly. I wasn't understanding where this came from. If someone proves somebody wrong, this theory of relativity, for instance, wrong, yeah, people want to know, well, what's right? But in this case, that's not what they were answering. Who is the next Einstein? Who is the next big guy? In fact, we see that a lot. 12-year-old has higher IQ than Einstein. From India, higher IQ person from Asia beats Einstein's IQ at age 14, wants to be a theoretical physicist. Well, what we're looking for constantly is a person. We're not looking for the science that they're talking about. So when a person asks, let me give you some more examples. Here's even a bigger one. Oh, you're making a document on Einstein wrong. Well, why would you know he's wrong and everybody else not? Now, again, that's actually the same question. It's like, why you, David de Hilster, why did you choose this theme and spend 8 years of life making a quite nice documentary, very entertaining documentary, but why you? Why not somebody who's won an Oscar or somebody more famous? You couldn't be just little old you. Do you know a secret no one else knows? Of course that can't happen. We can't hide that. Well, that's not true, but what they were saying there again is, oh, you, David de Hilster, want fame. You don't want to show that Einstein's wrong and maybe there's better science around. Maybe your objective really isn't to be a critical thinker and try to advance science and show it that it's stuck. You want fame for yourself. That's what you want. Oh, you're doing dissident science now. Oh, you want fame. No. I've got the answer for all that. Believe me, this is not the best way to become famous, by taking on Einstein. Taking on Einstein is like taking on Jesus Christ, or taking on Gandhi, or taking on Martin Luther King and saying that they're a bunch of baloney. That's the kind of feeling you get when you take on Einstein. And then, of course, people don't worry about his theory because no one can really understand it. Most people don't even know he's a physicist on the street. They want to know, well, who's the next person? Because immediately when someone comes up with a better theory or better something, we want to know about the person. A perfect example of all of this is Stephen Hawking. He's not one of the best scientists around. In fact, he worked on the black hole for 30 years and then says, nope, we've got like gray holes or something like that. I don't really know. Defends the Big Bang, etc. What makes him intriguing is he's in a wheelchair like this, thinking of what we suppose are great thoughts about the universe. So what happens in all this case when people ask, oh, who's the next Einstein? The problem is with that question is it shouldn't be asking who's the next Einstein. What is wrong with today's science? Let's look at the science. Let's see where it's gone wrong. Let's see where we can go right. Let's see if we can go in new directions. Who may have them is irrelevant, because what changes is science, not the person. And yes, people want a human story. And it's sort of a vicious cycle where once a new person comes along, develops a new model, Everybody goes gaga over it. Next thing, they have people worshiping that person and putting them on a pedestal, and they become geniuses. But again, it's all fame. It has nothing to do with science. So the next time you say, who's the next Einstein? Or, oh, that person wants to be the next Einstein. Or Dave, he's doing Dissident Science. He wants to be famous. Or the science evangelists on TV, they're a perfect example of taking advantage of this, of fame, of the idea that, ooh, a genius, so these people are really smart. Take a look at the Mr. deGrasse, Neil deGrasse's background. Find out how good a physicist he was. And then come back to me and say, oh, he's very inspiring. You can be inspiring. But the problem is science is science. It's not fame. It's not a personality. They are real concepts. They're real words. They're real numbers. Sometimes equations that back things up or simulate them. But it isn't fame. That took me 8 years to answer the question. Oh, you want to be the next Einstein? You know what my answer now is? Oh, you don't care about science. You just care about fame, don't you? All right, well, that's enough for now, and that's all for now. And remember, don't take what anyone says on faith. Stay critical, stay thinking. I'm David de Hilster, your science therapist. Ciao for now.